more appealing than that first of the month check. It is Disqualified Opinions, where our opinions are validated. And we are back again. What's good, fellas?
What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Fellas, greetings.
Ross.
Salutations.
What's going on?
And salutations.
Tell Nike what you need.
You got to check, man.
Literally, we need a check. Any check.
We need a check.
Got to show us on. Shout out to him.
Hat.
We got a very, very interesting topic today. Hope you and all are well. If you're watching, wherever you're watching from, like, subscribe, share. Rouse, another great segment that we just came up with on the fly.
Yeah, so today we're going to give y'all our top 10. Possibly have some honorable mentions. If you watch this show, you know I'm the honorable mention king. I just like to give greatness where greatness is due. NBA players of all time. So this is something that gets talked about a lot. A lot of debates, a lot of just differences of opinions on where people should land on this list. And I think you guys are going to be a little interested in the comments. Tell us what you feel. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Put your top 10 list in the comments too. Let us know.
Yeah, ESPN's list was goofy.
Trash.
The
Bleacher
four-letter
Report.
network.
Bleacher Reports was trash too.
I don't know what that is. I don't acknowledge it anymore. I'm boycotting it. But we're going to start 10 through 6 just to break it up a little bit, then go 5 to 1. And I guess I'll start if that makes it easier. At 10, I started with Bill Russell. Obviously, you can't deny the rings. 11 as a player, 2 as a coach in Boston, which was a very, very racially driven area. Still is.
To this day, I was about to say.
Still is. A very, very good defender. And anytime you get a trophy named after you, it's always a great accolade. And anytime you over 80 years old and you still got a white woman, baby. Shout out to Bill Russell, baby. Got to pushing him around. Shout out to Bill Russell, man. Shout out to my black kings out there. But Bill Russell at 10.
I also will say Bill Russell goes at 10. I like the fact that he was decked out in Laker gear. R.I.P. to Kobe.
That was the game I noticed his greatness even more off the court.
Okay, she could have worked for him. Let's just.
Hey, shout out to Bill, man.
Young white woman that was pushing Bill Russell. Shout out to you. Bill Russell, 11 rings. Undefeated in any championship round, high school, college, or professionally. Like Byron said, he went through a racial turmoil that we won't even begin to describe.
Maybe later.
Yeah, the fans of Boston didn't even really respect him the way they should have. So, all that being said, he probably is the greatest rebounder of all time, too.
Yeah, he is.
I know he's number 2 all time in actual rebounds, but he probably is the greatest of all time. Him or Wilt, whatever one you want. Wilt didn't make my list, I'm letting y'all know right now, only because of how many times he lost to this gentleman, Bill Russell.
Well, my 10, I don't know who you got for 10, Ralph, but Bill Russell definitely. I'm going to be honest, I was trying my best not to put him on my list.
People be having Bill Russell at like 3.
Yeah,
4,
and there's no way.
Come on.
There's no way. Like, if we're being honest here, he's a hell of a defensive player, hell of a rebounder. But other than that, besides the rings and things like that, he didn't. And plus, I didn't really see him play.
True.
Not many did.
Yeah, so
if you saw Bill Russell play and you watching this, shout out to your old ass because I know you at least.
Yeah, come on, like
70 plus.
Okay, Boomer, shout out to you.
70,
but
75.
yes, Bill Russell is my 10th player.
I'll start off with my honorable mention. Steph Curry. Steph
Kevin
Curry.
Durant's better than Steph Curry.
Yeah, that was my honorable mention right there.
Y'all can say Kevin Durant if y'all want. I'm saying Steph Curry because Steph Curry changed the game. He's the reason people pulling up from 30, 40, 50, half-court shots, shooting from the other free throw line.
KD changed the game being a 7-foot person that can pull up from the middle of the
Dirk
court.
did that.
And win 4 scoring titles.
Yeah.
He did do that. But Steph Curry changed the game.
Dirk not pulling up from half court.
All I'm saying is, before it was, I want to be
Imagine
like
Dirk
MJ.
lanky
There's a lot of kids out here that are saying, I want to be like Steph. We see kids all the time pulling up.
That's
from all
influence.
over
That's
the-
not necessarily basketball greatness.
He does have the basketball. He's the first unanimous MVP.
Yeah.
He has
is.
basketball greatness as
He
well.
has-
I just think
he has a
he's
very
the
good
greatest shooter of all time.
He's
He's one of the
great.
big top.
That's a fact.
I say he's the top 20 at
He
least
will
right now.
retire in the top 10.
And I say KD has a chance, like we said, to be top 10 when it's all said and done.
Agreed. I'm not going to deny KD. But my number 10 was Bill Russell. I tried my hardest not to put him on this list. Him and my number 9, both of them to me, this is hard. Like he kind of said, we didn't really watch them play. And to be honest, they played against a lot of people whose skill level was nowhere near their skill level in regards to just the level of competition. If when Bill
Also,
Russell played, how many teams were
9,
there?
that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Mhm.
There wasn't that many
Good
teams against Bill Russell as well. But I mean, you can't deny 11 rings. It's 11 rings.
8 straight. That's tough to do.
But I try not to put too much in the range because if not, we gotta put Robert Horry and a whole bunch of other people on this list too. I guess since I started with 10, I'll go with my number 9 because I brought him up, Wilt Chamberlain. I put him number 9. Yes, when it mattered most, Bill Russell did beat Wilt. But I think if you look statistically about who beat who, Wilt Chamberlain was tearing Bill Russell up. He averaged 29 and 29. And if you average 29 and 29 against somebody, you're better than them. I don't have
Except
anything
for the
else
fact
to
that
say.
you can't beat them. Like, and I mean, Bill Russell, to be fair, there were 5 Hall of Famers on those great Celtics teams. I don't think any other team had more than 2 at that era.
You still averaged 29 and 29 against that man.
I mean, yeah, but you can't. If you lose, what does it matter?
That's a fact. I can say I beat you. That's what I can say.
Can you?
Yes.
You put up numbers and you lost. How did you beat me?
I scored more points than you did.
My team scored more points than you.
But I'm not gonna say it. This ain't Friday.
Good call. Good call. It was cold that night.
Number while he fixes his list.
Yeah.
on the
You
fly,
said,
on the
you
fly,
know,
on the fly.
Basically, number 9 for the same reasons as Bill Russell. Wilt, we can't. Well, some of us can, as he said. Wilt's not on his list, but yeah. If we look at if we're comparing numbers, Wilt name always seems to come up.
Statistically,
the
numbers
nobody's
king.
ever catching him in some of these things.
the
That-
100-point games.
for a season.
And that same season, he averaged 25
What is like,
points.
Yeah.
like
He averaged 44 points for a
25.
season too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't know, but either way, I think he's the all-time leader.
Like he's literally
Yeah, he's definitely all-time
He
leader.
had stats like he was the only player on his team.
He was.
Like
They
you
passed the
score-
ball to him and got out the way.
You score 100 points in a game.
You're the only player on your team.
that's ridiculous. So just going, like I said, I've never seen these people play like up front in person, but just going off of
I'm
that,
sorry, he never averaged 40.
the greatness.
For all the people out there, that's
Wilton's number 2. I mean, Wilton's 9. I apologize. Jesus Christ. Ooh.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
wild.
Wilt
I just
number
zapped
2,
out.
yo.
Woo.
You want to go or you want me to go?
I had that same stuff
you
JR
can go, bro.
had.
Because I'm switching it up.
I'm switching it up, too.
All right, so this side of
This
the room.
side of the table.
Go shake the room a little bit. Number
Okay,
9.
Pop Smoke. Let's go.
Got Larry Bird, number 9. I think people.
Yo, put the bird at 9.
I think he's low key a little overrated to me.
I don't know about overrated.
I don't know about overrated.
He's the second greatest small forward ever to play this game.
Yo,
Probably.
put
That's
that-
true.
Probably.
That's true.
Definitely.
Probably.
That's true.
But I think he was doing nothing revolutionary. I think Magic was
He's
way
a white
better
man
than
shooting.
him.
That's revolutionary.
You said
No matter what time it is.
You said that.
We all
you
saw
said
when
it.
Deion
You
Sanders
said it.
watched
You
that
said
white
it.
man run the 40.
I don't think-
he's fast.
Oh yeah, you know why? You know why?
But I put Larry number 9. Played with a lot of Hall of Famers. That team was very,
That
very
team
good.
had 5 Hall of Famers in the
Yes,
starting line.
very,
too.
very good team.
Jesus
All those
Christ.
guys are great
Still
in their
trying to
own
figure out why
right.
people give him any type of hell for going against 5 Hall of Famers in the starting
I think
lineup.
Larry also as a coach did very well at a point as well with Indiana.
He did.
But
I mean-
I like Larry. I just think looking at the other players on my list,
4 Hall of Famers. I don't think they should. Who played the 2? But I know Dennis Johnson's in the Hall of Fame. Larry Bird,
Danny
Kevin
Ainge.
McHale,
Danny
Robert
Ainge.
Perez. Danny Ainge is in the Hall of Fame, but did he make it as a player? I know he's there for.
yeah,
his
I think it was a
executive
player.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Did he make it as a player?
I don't know. If
I don't know.
he
It's a
made it
good
as
question.
I might look that up.
But Larry Bird number 9 as I get to DC. I love Larry, but looking at my list, I have some guys over him. We'll see later.
All right. Well, my number 9. I think I'm about to shake up the room. I'm the only person that has him here. So, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think he's the most skilled center ever to play the game.
Second.
Behind who?
You know who.
No,
Okay.
I don't know who.
Look at that later.
I'm curious on that one. Who's more skilled than
We'll
Hakeem?
talk about this later.
Okay. All right.
I think I know where Rouse is going, but go ahead.
Is he wilding? Because I don't know where he's going.
No, he's not wilding.
Okay.
He's not wilding. But it's a fair
a debate.
He did not make the Hall of
It's a
Fame
fair
as a
debate.
player, so I do apologize. They did not have 5 Hall of Famers. They had
4.
4. I knew he was in the Hall of Fame.
I knew whoever played the shooting guard position for them didn't make the Hall of Fame.
And they had a lot of Hall of very good players too. Let's just add that.
Yeah,
in.
he was, Danny Ainge wasn't bad.
Cornbread?
Their bench was still like that.
Maxwell?
Yeah, their bench was like that.
But anyway, Hakeem number 9. He's the guy that led the Rockets to 2 rings during Jordan's retirement years. They were the 8th seed the second time around, and they got
They
the 1
did
seed
win
up out of
the
there.
seed.
Hakeem, before they won rings, there was an elimination game. I think Game 6 in '87 or '88. He had like 49 and 26 in a loss.
That's crazy.
Like Hakeem,
Unstoppable move with a little
the
dream
unstoppable
shake.
dream shake, the fact that he was MVP and DPOY in the same year, like Hakeem he goes overlooked over a lot of people, and I think people try to criticize him for winning while Jordan was gone. But he's one of the greatest players ever played this game.
Best international player ever.
Shout out to Dirk, you number 2.
I will shoot it back to you, DC. Who you got at 8?
At 8, I have Larry Bird. I think Larry Bird was great. If you averaged 10 rebounds at small forward and you're not athletic, that's just you wanting it more. And I think that is what Larry Bird is. He was not athletic, but he was a cold-blooded killer, and he was going to talk a lot while he did it.
Yeah,
He would tell you where he's going to the spot, get to the spot, and still shoot in your face and make it. He won 3 straight MVPs. He's the last person in the NBA to win 3 straight MVPs. So, I mean, all that being said, 3 rings, 5 finals appearances, and they dominated the 80s, other than, my Los Angeles Lakers. But shout out to Larry Bird, number 8, because I just think the guys above him are literally great, like great. And I think Larry's great too, but I think the lack of athleticism and the fact that the back injury slowed down those last few years of his career, that's what has him at 8 for me.
This next player, just to keep it moving, could have been potentially top 5 if they would have maybe worked a little harder. But I'm going with Shaq Daddy, baby. Number 8. I love this guy. He does a lot of great things off the court. Yes, the daddy, the diesel.
I had to look at my list.
Shaq Daddy. Couldn't shoot free throws, but boy, was he dominant.
I had to look at my list.
No, I'm saying, if Shaq would have put in a little more work, he probably could have been knocking on the top 5's door. I think.
Shaq put in a little bit more work. He
He'd
might have
been
been
the
number
greatest.
1.
He'd been the one.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I love Shaq. I love he was fun. He could rap. He could do it all. He's still doing it.
Kobe on the list too.
Shaq can go. Shaq can rap, but that's neither here nor there. I think Shaq can rap. Kazam was trash.
So can all your local rappers.
Shaq got a song with Biggie, dog. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well respected in various arenas,
for it.
taking racist Papa John's and being the first black person on the board. I know we're not gonna get into too much.
He's
of that,
one of the best anthropologists out here.
But I love what Shaq did on the court. Probably the most dominant player I've seen play, just in that short,
Probably the most
3 to
dominant
5.
player.
Probably the most dominant player ever. Anybody's seen play.
You just showed me the
He
fit
had
of
the
him.
greatest 3-year
He
stretch
blocked
of
the
any
shot
career.
off the backboard so hard that the cameras went out in the arena.
And then his Orlando
That
years
don't
with
even
Penny.
sound
Breaking,
real.
yeah,
Breaking
breaking.
His Orlando years with
Skinny
Penny.
Shaq was different.
Different. Could dribble a little bit. Anyway, Shaq Daddy, number 8, could have been top 5. I love Shaq.
All right, so my number 8. Honestly, I wanted to switch this around, but I'm gonna just go how I got it. My number 8 is Tim Duncan. I don't have much to say about Timmy. Just that's
He didn't have much to say.
He
That's
didn't
pretty
have
much
much to say.
how his career went. You
Jab,
know,
step, and throw it off the glass.
just go get it done.
Future
you
coach
know,
of the Spurs, though. Will be the future coach of the Spurs.
possibly.
Probably.
I think he is.
He was when Pop
He
sat
called-
out
he
last
used-
year.
he
Tim
used Tim.
stepped in the coach.
And
I
he
don't
was
know
real
how he
modest.
coaches without
He didn't have to
talking.
do much. You know how modest he is.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. You know, one of the most soft-spoken people ever.
Ever.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Kawhi number 1.
But Tim Duncan never had a meme or anything, so I say Tim, because Tim never talked.
Tim never talked. At least Kawhi talked sometimes.
They'll just raise his eyebrows.
People had to make
something.
Kawhi talk, yo. I think Kawhi talk just because everybody say he don't talk.
But he talks now because he's probably one of the best players in the league.
I don't
He has
even
to
know where you sitting.
But when Tim was winning MVPs and not talking.
Yeah.
talk. Why? It is a most.
I don't even know where you sitting at.
I had Tim Duncan, greatest power forward of all time, no debate. He makes number 8 on my list. I'm tired of going after or before this man because we got the same things. Yeah, I'll go with you first on number 7. You can go first.
All right, my number 7th pick was Larry Bird. Like you said, 3 MVPs in a row, 3 championships. You can't really deny it. The 80s, like, it was basically halfway belonged to Celtics, halfway Lakers, whatever. But yeah,
Most of the way it was the Lakers.
okay, all right. But Larry Bird definitely, without the athleticism, as you know, spoke of, he got it done, and I don't even know how. But he had a chopper, I'll tell you that.
Definitely had that
He
jack.
definitely had a chopper.
He
But
was not afraid to pull it.
yeah, Larry Bird
Won the first 3
That
three-point
three-point
shootout.
shootout where he
Yeah.
had the perfect score was great.
Yeah.
And he called it.
And
He came in the brim. He came in the gym and said, "Who's coming in second?"
Yeah, he was a nice, confident Caucasian individual.
Larry Bird, number 7.
Oh, going to me. Oh, this guy's my idol. Not because of what he did on the court, because of what he did off the court, baby. Wilt Chamberlain. That's right. I want to be like Wilt. Forget I want to be like Mike. Anyway, Will Chamberlain, dominant player, probably the best individual statistical
Numbers on and off the court.
Yes.
Yeah.
numbers that will never be attained, like you said.
Yo.
Nobody's getting 100 points. Nobody catching 20,000.
10,000 bodies.
Okay,
Yeah.
however many.
It's a fact, boy.
This guy
I won't
is
even want to catch
Right,
him.
yo. That's too much work.
That's different.
Hey, shout out to Will. That's all I'm gonna say. He did a lot of numbers. Did well against Bill Russell. Never really won anything, but this man was just so dominant. Couldn't put him.
100
Not
points.
put him on my list.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
And with the 100,
I think that picture was from the night
Virgils.
before. That picture was from the night before. I don't know if it was 100 on the court. It might have been on the court. But anyway, that was my number 7. Will Chamberlain. Will the still, baby.
You go there. I'm not following that.
Come on, brother. You don't want to be like Will.
I use condoms.
My number 7 is Larry Bird. I don't really have much to say about Larry Bird. He was amazing in his career. He was one of the best trash talkers out there. He could pretty much do everything: handle the ball, shoot, defend. Like DC said, his back injuries late in his career. That man used to just be on the side, just laying down. He was hurt. I mean, everybody knows in sports, once your back go,
It's
that's
bad.
pretty much
It's a wrap.
it's a ball
Over.
game. There's no real way to heal that. But he should be in everybody's top 10. Probably one of the only white people in everybody's top 10. Not even gonna lie.
The only white
The only white
my
person
top.
in my top 10.
My number 7 is Tim Duncan. As everybody said, the greatest power forward of all time. Fundamentally sound, played offense, defense. I have him over Bird because of the longevity. I didn't have any. You don't have really any injury concerns from Timmy. He was still solid even in his later years. And what he does, you can't defend it. He's gonna jab step you and throw it off the glass, and there's nothing you can really do about
Those
it.
angles,
Let him
man.
go past you,
Those
or you
angles.
let him shoot over top of you.
He had a nice little post hook. He played really good defense. He turned into a very good rim protector. Solid free throw shooter for a big man. High 60s, low 70s.
Could
for his
pass a
career.
little bit.
Definitely could pass and played that pop system to perfection. 5 rings, 6 finals appearances. I think they only lost once.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, the Heat.
That was to the Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
so
Real.
and they could have won that one.
Probably
too.
should have won.
Shoulda won.
So I
Right.
mean, when you talk about that level of success over his 15, 20 years career, you got to put him at 7, slightly over Bird.
Want to start 6?
Yeah, I'll go 6. Number 6, I'll say is the most dominant player ever. It's Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think there was any answer for what he could do. It was just whether he was motivated enough to want to dominate. And in his prime, it seemed like he was. His MVP year 2000 is one of the greatest single seasons ever. He should have won a unanimous MVP. And he remembers that writer that robbed him of that honor.
Who did they vote for?
I forgot who that last
Okay.
vote was for. It might have been Iverson.
Okay.
But if that's, I mean, either way,
Still.
Shaq had final series where he's averaged 37 and 17. That doesn't even sound real. Like, Kobe had a finals where I think he averaged 27, 7, and 8, and Shaq still had better numbers than that. So it's like,
Yeah.
Shaq at his best was absolutely dominant.
prime.
It's just
Yeah,
like we all said, the motivation, the drive, and the ability to stay healthy is what knocks him further down the list.
The Diesel.
6 for me, Timmy Duncan. Y'all talked great length about him. Future coach of the Spurs. And I love Tim Duncan. Doesn't really say too much, but does his job. Brings a lunch pail to work. Gets it done. Love the backboard. Kind of why when I did play, I used the backboard a lot because of some of the things he did. He showed that if you learn angles, and obviously we went to a heavily maths-based school, using angles, geometry, 90-degree angles of how you can really be effective at the game of basketball. And I think a lot of young players don't realize that to this day. It's not about being the fastest, strongest, quickest, highest jumper. Using angles and fundamentals.
smart. Knowing the game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Smart guys. You can win with smart guys. Look at Bill Belichick in the NFL. Look at Tim Duncan with the Spurs. Hopefully he gets the coach sooner rather than later so I can see what he does. But I think he'll do fine.
Iverson.
Obviously. That makes
Fred
sense.
Hickman.
I'm really
CNN. Slash Sports
That
Illustrated.
makes sense. That's why I asked. I was like, had to
What
be
we
Iverson.
on? 6?
Yep.
So 6, it's definitely Shaq. Like I said, yeah, I feel like even though he had a very illustrious, well put together career, as DC said, if he actually worked a little bit harder, he definitely would have been the best NBA player.
Yeah, y'all
that
got him
ever-
at 6. He would have been 1 on you.
Yeah, he would have been
Definitely
the
would've
best NBA player to ever play. Shaq was that much of a force, like ever since he stepped on the floor. I don't have much to
Skinny
say.
Shaq.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
have
big
much to
Shaq.
say. Like,
Even Phoenix Shaq.
look up the highlights. Shaq was a problem.
I like Heat Shaq.
Celtic Shaq.
Celtics, no.
Cleveland
Yeah,
Shaq.
no.
That was
No.
the last bit. Of
Honestly,
anything.
even that was still kind of. But Celtic Shaq, that was.
I think
Shaquille O'Neal.
that
last-
team though.
The
should've
last
probably
little
been
bit of
better.
Shaq was probably when he went to the Heat. I think that was
No,
that
Phoenix.
Phoenix was after that.
Phoenix.
You think
Phoenix was
Phoenix?
after
He still
that.
had so many legs in Phoenix.
Mm.
After Phoenix,
He couldn't get up and down the court. But if you
Cleveland,
got him in the half court, set,
Cleveland, they
he's still
should have
good.
been better with him and LeBron, but that was
Yeah, that's a different.
tougher.
Yeah, but yeah, Shaq is number 6, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm about to get crucified, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, he is.
My number 6 is Kobe Bryant.
I'm not gonna crucify you, but
We gonna shut this down.
Put him number 6 on my list.
Y'all enjoy y'all weekend.
I think he's the second best shooting guard of all time, no debate, hands down. Mamba mentality, everything that he put into playing the game of basketball is just unmatched by anybody not named Michael Jordan. I really don't have much else to say. We all know Kobe Bryant, second most points scored ever, 81.
Kobe Bryant. Let me tell you something. Kobe.
Kobe Bryant's Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace.
Kobe Bryant, 40 points.
all right. I guess you can go ahead with 5 then.
yeah, kick out the top 5 because you
Yeah,
got Kobe
what's
outside
your-
top 5. Who you put over him? That's what we want.
I put Shaq at number 5. I put
That's
Shaq
where
at
the
5
That's where we're
Why?
going. Like,
That's why I wanted him to
Shaq
go here. I said, just go ahead.
because
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I feel as though if you take players in dominant stretches, I feel as though Shaq had the greatest 3 years out of any NBA player ever in
3
history.
years ain't enough to be
Now, Kobe had a really, really good 3 years. He wasn't winning nothing, but those points he was putting up.
Was
35
ridiculous.
when he won back-to-back scoring titles
Yeah.
and then got the team to the finals.
But
in the
I
third
agree,
year.
Shaq
I
was
think
dumb.
Shaq is the most dominant force to ever play in the NBA.
That's a fact, but his career is not better than Kobe's. He's not a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant.
That's debatable.
That
He's
is
not
not
that basketball
debatable.
player than Kobe Bryant.
Oh my god.
Debatable.
Go ahead, though. Go finish
Shaq
your
5.
soliloquy.
I don't need to say nothing else.
Oh my
Bro, you want
god.
to bring some reason back to this show?
Please.
Yeah.
I know you ain't talking reason.
So
I've never. Stop. Just stop.
They cancel out.
Yes, you just put Shaq over Kobe. Shaq said himself, Kobe was better than me. I should have worked harder.
So-
But anyway, go ahead.
I wanted to put them 5A and 5B, but I felt like y'all wasn't going to allow me to do that
Absolutely
either. So
not.
I got to put
Absolutely
5 and
not.
6.
So my
It should have been
five,
5A Kobe then. It shouldn't have been.
my 5. I
Lord.
put Magic. Yeah, I don't really. Everybody knows Magic. I don't really have much to say. He led the Lakers team for what was it, like 10 years?
11.
11 years.
Well, that was his prime. before
Retired and
HIV.
came back.
Yeah.
Still balled up.
11 years. You know,
I'm at really
As a,
from the league.
GM.
He
He's
was out there fucking.
He-
A bad joke.
all right, man. Magic.
Speaking of numbers off the court.
Facts. You know he
Magic
had-
Johnson is my 5th
You know what he didn't have? Trojans.
player
on
of
the court.
all
Good
time.
lord.
Who's your 5th player?
Bro, I have Magic at 5. I don't know what I was about to say because I forgot. I guess this is how it feels when I say stuff.
Yes,
Yes, this is
Yeah.
exactly how it feels when you say stuff.
Magic, a very charismatic guy, great businessman.
Resume.
Little
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
You know, just smile. Love all the movie theaters. Shout out to Magic. I just
Dodgers, everything.
yes. Bring the Dodgers a chip, damn it. But anyway,
Number 5. I'm going Kareem here, and I think
Ooh.
Kareem is the most accomplished basketball player of all time. I'll get to why in a second. Kareem is the most accomplished basketball player of all time. 6 rings, 5 MVPs, umpteen All-Star games. I think he had the most all time until Kobe
5?
passed him. 5. Here's why. I have a perimeter player bias, and that is because every big man needs somebody to give them the ball. Kareem won his first ring with Oscar Robertson. He won his next 5 with Magic Johnson. And Magic also had great players alongside him, but Magic, it was the driving force to those teams. And you can make the argument that when the Bucks won with Kareem and Oscar, that Oscar was the driving force to that team. Kareem has that one sky hook that you can't stop, and again, he's the most accomplished basketball player ever. But if you're asking me, guys that I think can lead you to a championship first, it's going to be guys with the ball in their hands more.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Kareem, he plays center. And he is the all-time leading scorer in the NBA, the most minutes played, all that. And he's consistent, longevity, great. But it's just, for me, it's a perimeter player's game. So
so you think he's less skilled than Hakeem? Because you said Hakeem was the most skilled.
yes, I do think he's less skilled than Hakeem. Hakeem had the footwork. Hakeem was a little bit more athletic, too. But I think skill for skill, Hakeem might have even been a better passer. So it's like, I mean, but this is also me never seeing Kareem play when he was Kareem. So, yeah, that's who you had over him for skills.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
respect.
what I had as well.
Respect, but he's number 5 for me.
All right, so 4. Who your 4th, DC?
Number 4 was the Showtime Laker teammate Magic Johnson. Everybody said what he's done. All-time leader in assists per game. Had he stayed healthy, he might have been able to catch John Stockton with the all-time record because he could just pass that thing like nobody else has ever seen.
First point forward kind of guy.
I mean, he was a point guard. He didn't even play forward at all.
He didn't
honestly.
have to, but he was built like a forward.
He definitely
point
was.
guard.
He was built like a forward playing point guard. He played center as a rookie and led his team to a title. He showed up in big moments every time.
He did do that. That was crazy.
Yeah, 42, 15, and 7.
And he couldn't really shoot.
In a closeout
either.
game.
Couldn't really shoot.
42, 15, and
He learned how
7.
to shoot till real late.
Yeah, late.
Yeah, real late.
Yeah, I agree. And his form was not very pretty.
Oh, no.
One hand slingshot.
Better than Lonzo.
Oh,
Everybody's is better than Lonzo.
I'm sorry, I had to take Lonzo shot.
But Magic went to the finals 9 times in 11 years. He won 5 rings. Like that's a run that's unheard of. So except for LeBron James, but Magic at 4 for me.
Number 4 was 24 for me. Kobe Bryant. Obviously, 8 as well, but Kobe. I mean, I think DC might have a point. He might be the best player I've seen just watching basketball in the years I've watched it, just off of his pure grit, his skill. I think him and Jordan essentially are the same skill level, personally. Just if you put them one-on-one, they're the same player. Kobe's probably a better shooter. Kobe's probably a better shooter.
I think Mike had the athletic advantage.
And
he was
Kobe
a little bigger, a little stronger, jumped a little higher.
Kobe was a little bit better on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And Kobe might have been a better defender.
They were
my
both
opinion.
really
Yeah, they were
good
both really
defenders.
good.
Yeah.
And Kobe and Mike
They
were
was
rebounders.
I probably would give Mike 1A, 1B to defense. I would give Kobe everything on the perimeter for the most part better.
And I think Kobe was a better passer. Kobe could pass. if he
Kobe
wanted to.
could
He
pass.
if he wanted to.
Underrated skill.
Yes, very
by Kobe
underrated.
Bryant.
Jordan was underrated in passing.
But I think
too. Let's
Kobe
not
has
forget when-
highlights of him passing
Let's not
that
forget when
rock.
Jordan
played
passed
point guard
because
and averaged
Phil
11
Jackson
assists.
made
Jordan
him
passed because he was like, all right, I got to pass. I picked up my dribble. Kobe was like, oh, I can show you I can pass.
Jordan passed because he
He
had
had 11
to.
assists at point guard.
For like 5 games.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I just think Kobe can pass. That.
Point of the story: Jordan passed because he had to.
Kobe with 81 will
Because
probably.
they kept triple team, double team. Oh, how about I get the ball on my hand?
I don't think anybody's gonna catch Kobe's
Kobe's cheating on
81
triple teams
right now. I don't think anybody's catching
sometimes.
Kobe's 81. I
No,
don't
nobody.
think anybody catching that either.
Maybe Devin Booker.
No.
did
Kobe,
go for
rest in
70.
power.
What is 7?
Number 4,
like 20,
21,
20. Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to
he
say.
could probably get about. Somebody might get
Like
like
22?
65, 70 like hard, but no,
22 putting up 70.
no 81.
Hey, man, I'm sorry that you're in the Suns.
So what we
bro.
on 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my 4th was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think it's funny how everybody, if you listen to everybody, it's kind of like interchangeable. But as DC said, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I just think he was like a probably not as dominant as Shaq, but he was a problem.
He had a shot you couldn't defend.
Yeah, he
And it's crazy. Nobody has ever mastered that since.
he was a problem.
I'm gonna
Like,
teach my child to stop. Scott.
Better hope
Yeah.
he grows
Yeah,
7 feet.
7. Yeah, I was about to say, you gotta be 7 feet tall, bro.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is my number 4. These last 3, I'm pretty sure y'all can guess, but we gonna get there.
My number 4 has the greatest porn star name of all time, Magic Johnson.
Oh my gosh. I never thought about that. Now every time I hear this man's name, Lord.
Magic Johnson, you know. What
See,
more
as
do I
you can
got-
see, we're all equally wild on the show. It's not
What
just
can
me
I
all
say
the
about
time.
Magic Johnson? I mean, it's Magic Johnson.
You gonna keep saying that man name that you said that?
Good gosh. Shout out to Magic for beating 8.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Didn't know you could do that until Magic Johnson.
I didn't know you. Shout out to Dr. Sebi.
Yo, yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Sebi and the crew, because I know y'all had something to do with that as well.
My number 3 was Kareem. I think he's better skill for skill versus Hakeem, but that's just me. I don't really have much to say. He was dominant on a couple different teams. Like a lot of these people on this list for the most part. Some were on one team, some kind of jumped around for the most part, but he was just unstoppable when it came to the low block. And he has the stats, he has the championships, he has pretty much everything you want in a player.
He has the MVPs too.
Yeah. So we on 3 right now, right? LeBron James. LeBron James is my 3rd player. Is y'all know who LeBron is? I mean, he just does it all. I'll be glad when he wins a championship with the Lakers. Just so you know, he's going to get one with the Lakers.
Hopefully,
This
He's
year.
so disrespectful.
not this year.
He disrespectful.
They not coming up
This
with
is
But
That's hard to predict.
he's going to get a championship wherever team he goes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's just that good of a player. They put great pieces around him. When he does have great
he
pieces,
puts great pieces around him.
it doesn't matter. When he gets these pieces, LeBron James is a problem. And I just can't wait to see him in the playoffs because that's when he turns up. I don't think
Indeed, that he does.
anybody can deny the fact that LeBron James turns over a new leaf
I think
in
the
the
Mavericks
playoffs.
can talk about that.
I mean, since then.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
talking 10 years
yeah,
ago.
that was
You just said anybody. I brought up a team.
that was terrible because
brought up
wasn't
a
it?
team.
All right, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
9 years ago to be exact.
And that's when he didn't know what he was doing. Dwayne Wade had to carry him through that series. So ever since that series, Bron been wilding.
Yeah, 3.
3. I got LeBron at 3, actually, surprisingly. I still think LeBron is climbing.
He is.
So I think, in my book, he could be 1. I
He
think
could be.
He's going to have the most points.
2
Gonna
more
be top.
rings, LeBron not won.
He's going to be. He's going to be top number 1 in points.
Yo, he
probably
going
top
to-
5 in assists, top 10 in rebounds. That's going to be unheard of. He's going to probably get another ring. I think he gets at least 1 more just any time in his career.
This year.
I don't know what year it'll be because this year's going to be
This
crazy.
year.
And this guy does a lot of great things off the court, like we said. I like LeBron a lot. I think he could have been 2 on my list. I just put him 3 just because he's going to still ascend and he might be number 1 on my list in another year or 2.
I also have LeBron James at 3. They've already said everything that you can say about the guy. 4 MVPs in 5 years. 8 straight
8 straight championships.
trips to the finals. Not championships.
Well,
That'd be
championship
awesome.
appearances. That's
Yeah.
what
3 and 5.
3 and 5, 6. 3 and 6.
3 and 6.
3 and 6.
Yeah, see, I'm not giving you 2 more victories.
He went
Five
9
and six.
times though.
saying- Yeah, that's
So
what- if you go to the finals 11 times,
the East is trash.
He not in the
He
East right
doesn't.
now.
He doesn't go to the finals 8 times in a row in the West.
neither does Mike.
No,
Nah,
not
get
West?
out of here.
Oh no, not this West. Not this West. I'm talking about during his time. Not this West.
probably not even
Nobody
back
goes
then.
to the. Nobody goes to the. Nobody.
Probably not even
the
back
Warriors
then.
if they stayed. The Warriors if they stayed together. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so all right, so we'll be talking about. But I think LeBron has a chance to be the greatest player of all time. It's just going to take a championship.
Story is still being
It's going to
written.
take definitely 1,
Yes,
probably
He
2.
has to at least get 6.
No,
Nah, I think 5 he's in the conversation.
5 gets it done.
He's
think
already in the
4.
conversation now.
I think
So
3, if you get 4, and then
we all
add to the
got him
accolades.
top 3 right
Yeah.
now.
He's in
Right.
the conversation right now.
To me, his max is 2.
No.
You know what? Let me put a space between them.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, LeBron, keep pushing.
Keep doing what you're doing.
And also,
Climbing.
if we're talking the totality of an athlete, LeBron James is the greatest.
He's the
example.
greatest all-around player of all time.
Yeah, if you're talking like
Since Ali.
probably more than that, because
Think
even
so?
Ali, people hated him at that time. White people hated him. White people love LeBron. So, I think LeBron is the greatest, like
Sports.
figure
figure.
ever.
I agree with that.
More
He
than
does.
Jim
He
Brown?
does a lot more than.
More than Jim Brown, you think?
White
Yes.
people didn't
Might
like
be-
Jim Brown either.
because you got to think about the time.
Nah,
bro.
LeBron has literally checked almost every box.
I was just
Everybody-
throwing people out
as
there.
a person.
I was
That's what I was just
Everybody.
saying. In
Family-
today's
no scandals. No
in
nothing.
today's world where you
Man
can
just
literally
created a whole
find
school.
dirt anywhere, he has
Nothing?
nothing, like at all, nothing.
On or off the court, nothing.
only thing
Except
was-
for choking in the finals. But
Not just and getting
We gonna
bought
leave that.
cars when he was in high school.
when he was going to the league. It was fine.
We know he didn't get that Escalade for free. We know
No,
that.
but that's what I'm saying. That's only a problem if you go NCAA.
Yeah, that's-
He was going to the league.
I like it.
Shout out to him. Greatest player from high school ever.
No, he's not.
Was he the greatest high school player of all
I
time?
said greatest
or
player
like-
from high school. To jump from high school to the league.
No, he's
No,
not.
it's not.
You know why? Because number 2 on my
Yes.
list is Kobe Bean
Kobe
Bryant.
Bean Bryant.
God damn it.
LeBron was better. Nothing.
Okay. But
No, LeBron was better in high school than Kobe was, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
said
that's
greatest-
your question.
he
He
said
said
greatest
greatest
from high
out-
school.
out of- yeah,
I got LeBron over Kobe right now.
Well, no, I don't. And here's why.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, y'all Lakers fans.
I mean, no, it's not even that. I think Kobe at his peak was
better
better
than
than
LeBron
LeBron,
at
at
his
his peak. That's all. Like,
So was LeBron at his, so see here's what I can't say that.
What was
How are
LeBron's
you judging peaks for that? But they can say in time LeBron can jump ship if you only judging peaks.
Because LeBron is still consistent in his late years.
LeBron's
Kobe,
still playing. His
yeah.
story's not done. If
He's
he
not
gets
at his peak right now.
no, but
He's- I
I'm
think he's
saying
probably past his
yeah, he's
prime.
definitely past his prime.
He passed his prime.
But I'm saying he's still very good. By the way,
Yeah, he's best player in the league.
Still all time great. Like right now, but
Well, second best player in the league. The first best player in the league is hurt.
I think he's still the first right now. Right
think-
now.
I
Right
think
now.
KD
I mean,
is- I
if
think
you want
KD
to
is
say,
better than
we'll
LeBron.
see what KD is when he comes back. But
I go with Bron because I don't know what KD is.
That's
And
what I'm saying,
even
bro.
though
If that's your argument, I'm not mad at that. But
I mean, I think Bron does more.
Yeah, agreed.
Bron does more than KD. So, I mean, but either way, that's not the conversation here.
yeah, we'll talk about that later.
LeBron's legacy is still being cemented, but as of right this second, I mean, he will pass Kobe. He's already passed Kobe in like accomplishments. He's probably more accomplished.
He'll be the most accomplished.
Yeah, he'll be the
basketball
most.
player
By the
of all
time he retires, he'll be the most
He's
accomplished.
still
by
got a
the
good
time.
4 years.
That's what I'm saying. So if that's the case and he gets 2 titles out of that, I'm putting him at 1. But as of right this second, I don't think I like. All right, the year when Kobe got the Lakers to the playoffs and we lost to Phoenix, Chris Mim, Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, were in the starting 5 for that team in the West. Like, I don't know what LeBron does with that group because you need somebody to be the scorer, and that's not really what LeBron can do. He can do it, but he's not Kobe Bryant scorer.
Yeah.
So I just think certain things Kobe did that LeBron wouldn't even do, and vice versa. LeBron does do things that Kobe can't do too. But I just think Kobe being less athletically gifted and more basketball skill is why I have him at his peak better than LeBron James.
Well, I'll go number 2. Kobe's my number 2 as well. Call me biased. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
See me about it.
I want to know what his number 2 is.
What was it? How many games did he score? 40? What was it like?
I know he's had more 50-point games than Kevin Durant, Mike, and
listen.
LeBron combined.
The man is just a flat out scoring machine. Like,
I don't know how many 40-point games. I know it's probably in the 90s or the 100s.
Kobe
but-
Bryant, like when I first started watching basketball, this is the only man I knew. Like, it's literally all I wanted to watch was Kobe. Like, that's how phenomenal it was to see him.
118. Jordan has 31. Kobe has 25.
40 or 50-point
50
games?
point games.
50.
50.
40-point games. I think Kobe's
Yeah, Kobe probably
in the,
second.
in the 90s or something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Wilt Chamberlain got 271.
James Harden up there too, though.
James Harden puts up buckets.
Because he went on a stretch where he scored 40 for like how many
But I
games?
think James
straight?
Harden is one of the 5 best scorers maybe we've ever seen,
fast as fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
and he's still climbing too. He might be on the list.
Kobe-
You got to get some jewelry. You got to get some
Kobe
jewelry.
Bryant number 2. Yeah, to speak on that, he definitely needs some type of hardware. He gonna be like another. I don't want to say
Harden?
exactly. Yeah, I ain't gonna say he gonna be like exactly like Charles Barkley, but
Yeah, I don't see
Charles
him getting
Barkley
ring
had a
right now.
great career. Nothing to show
Yeah, I
for
don't
it.
see
You
him
feel me?
getting
That's
ring.
why nobody talks about Charles Barkley.
Except Rouse.
Yeah, like
Charles Barkley is the second best power forward of all
He's
time.
not better than Dirk. I'm
He's
sorry.
better than Dirk
He's
Nowitzki.
top
He's not better than
5, but
Most
whatever.
40-point games. This can't be right because Wilt Chamberlain should be 1. I'm listening. Oh, it's my turn. My number 2 was LeBron James. I don't really think I need to say anything else about it. Best all-around player of all time. He's taken some horrible teams to the finals.
2 times.
He's gotten to walk to the finals by being on some real stacked teams as well.
you talking about Bron?
Yeah,
Yes.
Bron has only taken 2 terrible teams to the finals. The rest of those teams should have got to the finals.
Wait, what? What 2 terrible things you say this on?
The
One with
07
he
with the
had
Spurs.
Ilgauskas as a all-star.
Well,
Bro, didn't they have
Ilgauskas was alright.
Didn't they
He
win
wasn't-
like 60 games
okay.
though?
Average.
he was okay.
Didn't they win like
Maybe.
60 games?
Not that 07 year.
What? I mean,
I don't know, but that was
That
the year.
was
That was the
the
year he went
year-
crazy on Detroit.
oh,
Melo
all right.
should have won Rookie of the Year.
But all right,
I'm
so
tired
that-
of the trash
that-
teams. They be winning like 50, 60 plus games, bro.
Melo should have won Rookie
They
of the
win
Year.
50 games against teams that are inferior. But I'm saying that 07 team was awful.
I just
And
think it
then
shows how
that
valuable
last
he
team
is.
in Cleveland was terrible.
How valuable he
You
is.
talking the one they just won the championship with?
No, the one that the last one when
Before
LeBron
he
was
went
there
to
and he
Miami.
went to before he went to the Lakers.
Oh, this was the year
team.
after
the
Kyrie
J.R. Smith
left.
Henney
Yeah,
game.
okay.
That team was terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
Shout out to J.R. Smith.
Oh yeah.
That team was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melo should have won Rookie of the Year versus LeBron his rookie year.
He should have. I agree with that.
Melo should have won Rookie of the Year.
Melo was a problem. I wish he would have stayed the course. So Knicks really fucked him up.
Melo was another player that just didn't really. I put Melo in kind of like that Shaq category where I don't
He
really think they
coulda-
wanted it as much. Plus, I don't really think Melo had to work for it. Melo was just schooling people just off size alone.
He
He didn't
was
really
nice.
evolve with the as the game was evolving.
He didn't change with the game. He didn't. He can put the ball in the bucket and that's pretty much it.
So I mean that was his biggest downfall. But I think he's one of the greatest scorers of all time. He can get you a bucket from anywhere on the court, and 1-on-1, he might be one of the most unstoppable buckets out there.
We get it. We get it.
Melo, the Trailblazers gonna be in the
Oh,
playoffs.
gosh. What are we talking about?
Yeah, number
I
one.
just had to go on a Melo rant.
Oh,
Right
my number 2 was Kareem. I don't think. I
oh
know
my
number
bad.
two.
Yeah, it was you. I'm sorry.
College, they had an 88-game winning streak. I looked it up just now with the great
UCLA.
John Wooden. That was crazy.
UCLA
the
run.
greatest basketball winning streak ever. UConn women was second with 70. Shout out to them. But
No, the UConn women surpassed that win streak, but it was harder to do for Kareem back then.
and then winning what 5 rings?
Five
No,
rings. Six rings.
Okay. So,
5 with Magic, 1
Yeah,
with
so he got 6. He got 5 MVPs, I believe.
He does.
Greatest score of all time. Well, points
Highest
wise.
scorer, highest scoring
and did
player
it
ever.
for a minute. Like, play forever.
I think he had the most seasons of all time until Vince Carter passed him this year.
Yeah, and did a lot of great things off the court as well. Kareem.
Indeed, and he's also been very vocal for the empowerment and the progression of black people. So,
Kareem number.
shout out
but-
to Lou Alcindor.
It doesn't tell me the numbers, but the ranking for most 40-point games is Wilt Chamberlain with 271, Michael Jordan, Kobe, and then James Harden.
All shooting guards.
Except Wilt.
Yeah, except Wilt.
Go ahead, 271 40-point games.
He averaged 50 for a season.
That's a
So
The only person on his team.
Yeah, that's crazy they won that many games.
We really
Alright,
got to talk about number one, the GOAT,
Yeah,
the greatest of all time.
The
Michael
the documentary was just on
Michael
a couple weeks
Jeffrey.
ago.
L. Michael
Jordan.
Jordan.
yeah, I don't
The
think
Michael Jordan.
I don't think there's much to say about Mike. It's,
If you've seen the
I wanna be
documentary,
like
you
Mike.
know
I mean, if you saw him
everything.
play,
Yeah, it's nothing.
He just had a mentality that not too many people have.
Kobe had it.
And that's the thing. His mentality was crazy. And hearing the behind the scenes stories makes you appreciate him more.
Exactly, because
we didn't see all of his.
He was missing everything that last game.
Yo, the Bulls was
and
so
that
trash.
last little 30-second wind for him to win the game, I was like, wow.
The
just
Bulls
wow.
was so
Layup,
trash.
just wow.
Steal,
Yeah,
cross, jumper.
jumper. I'm like,
The
wow.
Bulls were
just
so
wow.
trash.
He was missing everything before that. He just turned up for like 30 quick seconds. It's like,
And George just didn't give a F. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
man, don't trash talk that man. Don't trash talk him.
you don't even got trash
Don't,
talk.
don't
him.
say anything.
Don't even look at him.
Don't say hi
Yo,
to him.
and my man had a whole glass of liquor during a documentary with no ice.
I took that as disrespect.
Hey yo, I don't know
Buy
if
some
y'all
type of
peep,
whiskey.
but that cup,
Oh, you're a
that
different breed too. I mean, you know,
That
you
cup
up there with
changed
Jordan too. You know,
levels
You
throughout
up
the
there.
whole documentary. I want to know how many times they cut for that man to fill that cup back up.
He probably did finish a couple of them. You know, he's got a cigar.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
he was smoking
They say he
big
smoked-
cigars
They say sometimes he smoked
Hooping.
8 cigars in a day.
before putting up 50.
That's crazy.
40.
That
This
man's lungs got
looking at
dead.
this man acting. Even
Go
at
ahead.
Carolina, the jump from year
Go
one.
ahead.
The jump from year 1 to year 2 with Dean Smith was crazy. That boy got so
Yeah,
much
it was
better.
crazy. I'm pretty sure the ones that saw the doc, Elgin Baylor came out and said he knew he was the best player on UNC for the first day. And then
James
he saw,
Worthy.
Yeah, James
Bro,
Worthy.
when
yeah.
he told Magic the night before, I'm gonna give Clyde Drexler that work pretty much, and he looked at Magic while he's doing it. That's great. Just great stories.
Oh yeah,
Great
it
stories.
was amazing stories. I mean,
Dream team.
I knew he was an asshole, so I'm not really pressed on that. He comes off as an asshole. Like his demeanor reads to me asshole, so I'm not really mad
I
that he's
mean,
an asshole.
most
Like,
most great
They
people have that.
Yeah.
I think in order to be successful in athletic competition, you have to feel like you
better
are
than
going
everybody.
to step on
Yeah.
anybody in your way.
Yeah, that's basically what he was saying. He was like, "Why would I take a shot that I don't think I can make?" Yeah, he was saying something like that during the documentary. I'm like, that's just
And
confidence
Jordan is
on
what the
another
only
level,
black
yo.
owner in the NBA.
Yeah,
so
that's
just
just-
doing things like that, even though he hasn't done the greatest, it's still the fact
he's a
there.
horrible owner.
The fact
Well,
he's there.
I'm not gonna call him a horrible owner. He's just not good at
At picking
basketball.
Yeah,
drafting
Oh, yeah,
personnel.
I said that.
He needs a
He has a
personnel
horrible
guy.
team.
James Dolan is
I think
a
he needs
horrible
a
owner.
person-
He's a
personnel
horrible
guy.
team manager. He does not have a good roster ever.
Best person they chose was Kemba Walker. And he gone.
Yeah, that's true. I think they just need a personnel guy that
Kemba was a
Jordan
steal in the
would let
draft,
him,
though.
let
Yeah.
him do it.
That was the best player they chosen that I can literally
This
sit
man
and think
endorsed
about.
Kwame Brown.
Number.
All right, let's move on. I don't want to talk
Anything else, fellas?
about Nah, man.
Let us know y'all list. Top 10. Drop the comments, like, share, subscribe if you agree, disagree. We said a lot of wild things on this segment, but we appreciate y'all watching. And let us know your top 10 because I know our lists are already better than ESPN and Bleacher Report. So I don't
Facts.
care. Disqualified opinions. Our opinions are validated and we out.